It has been 139 days since Chris last begged for money. It has been 422 days since Chris last uploaded pages to meet his paid obligations to the Sonichu comic. And it has been 4,082 days since Chris last applied for a job. No face cam this week, but welcome to the Chris Chan Weekly Update. My name is GiBi, and there's actually a lot to go over. Unfortunately, a lot of it's going to be on Twitter. Chris is complaining about a lot of stuff, but we're actually going to start with him reading a fan fiction. Sonichu reads and critiques a fanfic by the Crimson Libertarian. Chris is not very happy with this person, H. Marine 59, the writer of the fanfic. He says, "Here, dude, listen and heed well. Why did you block me? You asked for our input." Crimson Libertarian responds, "No, I don't think I will," the Captain America meme. Chris just really didn't like it, so he threatened to read this story by the Crimson Libertarian. He said, "I'll tell you what, I'll record a video of myself reading this out loud later and offer the critique as I go. I am reading this, and we'll get back to you with the personal critique. Firstly, though, Chris was not overweight as a teen, so remove that. His figure was slender at the time." On another note, spell check and grammar check your work. Defecating is neither an accurate or correct term for the situation. Alright, so now we're going to hop over to the video of Chris reading the story and all of his amazing critiques. Chris is going to read the fanfic and comment on it. He calls it a fanfic even though it is clearly a movie script about Chris's life. It's not fan, nor is it really fiction. It's just taking Chris's account of the events of Bionic the Hedgehog's creation and dramatizing it.
Hey everybody, Sonichu here, still in Mama Chris Chan's body for over 7 months now, and in this particular recording, I'm going to be taking a look at a rough draft of a fanfic. I felt like this thing needed personal critiquing.
You'll see that Chris is offering criticisms as if this person actually meant to tell an accurate story and isn't just making fun of him.
And I just felt like I couldn't do it over multiple number of tweets or comment in the comments. Anyway, I found it on Twitter. Anyway, so Manchester High School, November 13th, 1996. Thursday. Did you look at a calendar for this? I hope you looked at a calendar for this. You better double check.
It was a Wednesday.
Top of this page reads, "Dodge." Why am I dodging?
We all know the story that Chris was hit in the head with a basketball and created Bionic. Obviously, this is dialogue to help start the scene with action by implying that the ball is streaking towards Chris's head. You'd think Chris would know that, seeing as it's based on his actual life. He also said, "What am I dodging?" I thought Sonichu was talking.
Oh hey, between of and the, you got 2 spaces. Nice job overusing that space there. Excuse me. Sitting on the bench wearing a sweatshirt displaying the Manchester High School Lancers team emblem is the somewhat overweight, even at that age, water boy. Chris. Yeah. Known as Christian back then, but she was not overweight at all. She was actually of slender, slim body type. She was not overweight, she was not fat. Remove that word. So there's your first edit right there. Chris stands up from a log that he was sitting on and walks through the brush where he eventually comes to a clearing. He gazes across the clearing and there he sees the classic Green Hill Zone level. Green Hill Zone area. You know, it's the area. It's not just a level. It's part of the whole entire area. Chris fangasming. Fangasming. That's a word. Fangasming. Quick pan over to shot to Joseph Herring. Chris, watch out. Chris goes over the court, gets hit in the face with a basketball, which knocks him face first into the ground. Aye. The team goes over to see if he's okay, and Chris begins to spastically cry out like an autistic baby. The autistic baby. Don't insult Mama like that. Don't insult her like that. You could say Chris begins to spastically cry. just leave out the like the autistic baby he is.
So Chris isn't okay with being called autistic, but he's okay with being called spastic. Yeah, that seems legit.
Just to clarify, Mama didn't technically change clothes. She pretty much wore what she wore throughout the day as normal. I mean, it's not like she had a basketball outfit to change into. Neither did she change into her gym shirt and shorts, her gym clothes, okay? That, not during the basketball practice, because, just doing their job as manager, okay? Her job as manager. He pokes at it and gives an occasional sound of pain from the tense swelling. He pokes at his forehead to that. You could just say giving a sigh, not giving an autistic sigh. Chris is then startled and lets out an autistic screech. Lets out a screech. A screech. Remove the autistic. Lets out a screech of fear. In the process of screaming and defecating on his own. You do not need that last part. In the process of screaming, Chris hits his head on the locker door by accident and falls to locker room 4.
The main takeaway from this is that Chris has not learned and never will. This was written by a troll. Chris, just like he did 15 years ago, does not realize that it's a troll and is trying to fix what he believes to be a true and honest mistake. He does not understand. Is the script mean? Yeah. Is Chris completely complicit in making his life worse by drawing attention to it, reading it out loud on a stream and giving the troll what he wants? Also, yes. More so, yes. There is no difference between this and the information overload on Encyclopedia Dramatica. Chris has not grown as a person.
I'm looking at you again. Defecating on yourself. I'll punch you in the face for that!
Anyone who thinks that Chris has chilled over the years, no.
The name you're born with, your birth name, your name by birth, Bionic. Bionic the Hedgehog? Yes. What, am I like a cyborg robot thing? No. Then why Bionic? Because you're Sonic's brother? And what else is there? You're also a basketball player. Also the fact that she just literally read your mind! Literally read Bionic's mind at the time. So yeah, okay. You're a basketball... You're Sonic's brother and you're a basketball player. Your name is Bionic. You were born with that. The door shuts as the afternoon sun casts a shadow on the lone basketball for the gymnasium's window. Awkward silence fade out. Alright, so anyway, that's my 2 bolts. You could do better on this, Crimson Libertarian. You could do better on this. Take everything I said and apply it to your writing, alright? Anyway, thank you for sharing this, and have a good day. Be safe. Thank you.
Back on Twitter now, we have Splatter Party. They're asking whether or not Magichan would be afraid of bugs because he's Psychic type. In Pokemon, Bug is strong against Psychic. And Chris says that, of course, his Mary Sue character does not have a fear of bugs. Resting Hornet decided that they wanted to get in on the action of Chris reading fanfic, and so they said, "He Sonichu," probably "Hey Sonichu, now that you're doing reviews, do you think you could read my webcomic and tell me what you think? Christine inspired me in high school to start my own series, and I've recently been trying to redo it and improve my work. Tellin' me if you down. Well, send me a link to your pages, and I'll have a look." And then, as far as I can tell, Chris, just kind of skimmed over it because there was not very long between these two comments. Granted, this one was at 2:30 in the morning. Chris says, "It's not bad. It's a good enough work. It took me a short while to get the gist from the intro. You have room for improvement. Don't stop on your work." It's basically just the most basic feedback you could give anybody. Alright, so we have DB Sonichu. This is the Sonichu form of Bulma from Dragon Ball. "Please, Christine, give me the perfect boyfriend." And then this is Chris Sonichu, who's also being Beerus. And then boof, we get Vegeta Sonichu. "Ah, he is perfect." And Vegeta says, "You know I'm 5 years old, right? Like I said, perfect." This is commentary on the fact that when Chris had his hedgehogs first getting together, they were very young because they were born from their eggs in like 2003 or whatever. So they were like fully matured, having kids in 2008, and they were 5 years old. So that's what this is commentating on. Chris says, I'm conflicted on how to feel about this. On one hand, nice portrayal of Mama Chris-chan in a deity role. So he just likes how he's being flattered by granting Bulma's wish. And then he says, on the other, the dude said he was 5 years old. Kinda ruins it. Yes, that would be the point. So this is legitimate Sonic fan art, not Sonichu fan art. And Chris decides he needs to comment on it. As you can see, they're wearing like these shirts that allow their pokey hedgehog quills to stick through the back. And Chris says, I like the jackets they're wearing. That's pretty accurate for the tailored jackets we back appendage having types have. Suffice to say, they're easier getting off than it is to get one on. Particularly the snaps on the jacket backs. Just keep in mind that this is actually Sonichu talking. Ultimate Gamer, what was the console that introduced you to gaming? Reply with your number. Okay, so we got mostly just Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation, some Sega, and Atari. And Chris responds, number 64 for Mama Chris-chan, Commodore 64. It's kind of splitting hairs, but the Commodore 64 was technically not a game console, it was a computer. It's also not on the list. Also, 64 could just be N64. Okay, so once again, we have someone who is completely unrelated to Chris-chan. They're talking about very serious issues. Real talk, my bipolar has been awful the past couple weeks. Something or other triggered my depression. I've been in a depressive episode that has been eating at me more and more. I have literally no mental or emotional energy. So then Chris responds to this legitimate, heartfelt posting about depression. That is a pain, believe me. I've been feeling the cosmic effects and events lately. I'm sensing you and Silver, at least, are getting wind of the upcoming crucial event that involves the destined chroniclers creators of this dimension. Stay strong, you are not alone, Key. So yeah, remember, if you're depressed, it's because you're psychic. Okay, so this is one of those jokes. It's like, oh, are you making the right purchase? And it's $2,000 for the ultimate PS5 versus all these little My Little Pony boys for $620. Originally, this was a joke that was $500 for a PS5 or $500 for a giant Pokemon plushie. That was trending on Twitter a couple days ago. So Chris responded, I like to think we did, with a little figurine of human Rainbow Dash. And assuming that all of these cost $620, and he has 1/6 of them, that means that Chris spent about $100 on this figure. Because we all know that Chris just has money to spend on stupid things like that, right? Without saying their name, who's your favorite Pokemon? Quick as lightning, yellow, wears cool kicks. Its Pokedex number is the same as the birth year of someone a lot of people know, minus 1,000. And in the wild can be observed individually or in their herds. They were ever hard to catch, even with a fastball or quick ball. Haha. Sonichu's Pokedex number is 982. So, the same as the birth year of someone a lot of people know, minus 1,000. Why? Who was born in 1982, Chris, that a lot of people know? Seriously, who reading this tweet would know someone born in 1982? That's a silly assumption to make. I also literally did not realize until right this second that that's why that's Sonichu's Pokedex number. Because it's Chris's birthday, without the 1. Someone made Sonic.exe the musical, and Chris really liked the video. He said, I just watched that animation. Very good job. It was both literally haunting and inspiring. I appreciate that you showed 4 perspectives in all, so it's 3/4 positive. Should have included our OG Sonic on Sally's side, but that's your choice. Also, did you know there is a mod of me, Sonichu, for Sonic World? I would be more than happy to play with y'all in a collab vid. I'd even do a DeviantArt viewing. It goes without saying how meta we are. I can even bring Rosie on. Shame there isn't a Rosie Rosechew mod for the game yet. Maybe by the time the video gets uploaded, she would love to play and commentate as well. But she would not play as Amy, though. Only Rosie can wield lightning bolt as a whip, sword, or whatever. Once again, Chris just trying to play with his favorite YouTubers and involve themselves in their lives. This definitely went really well last time. Alright, so the newest reboot, whatever new season of Animaniacs came out on Hulu, and Chris has been watching it. On Hulu, I'm checking out the first episode of the new Animaniacs show. To comment, Warner Bros. None of the Warners were lost. They continued living on. Okay. So in the show, the original Animaniacs ended in late 90s, early 2000s, and then in the reboot, they're like, oh, we've been away for a couple decades, so now we gotta learn what's up with the world. And Chris is like, no, that didn't happen. He's just telling the showrunners, no, that didn't happen. Anyway, Pinky and the Brain show is satisfying as well. Someone make a pic of that brain photo, use as a wallpaper, narf, on episode 2 now. And Yakko likes chakra work too. Give him enough gems, he'll do another Yakko song listing their names. I can recommend a couple of books. The Crystal Witch 2019 publication, and the Smithsonian Visual Guide to Gems, a Barnes & Noble exclusive. Imagine memorizing, like, that this book is a Barnes & Noble exclusive, like it's a collector's item. Here's another from The Brain. During the 1950s, a real doozy. But, okay, when he says the brain, does he mean his brain, or the character, the brain from the show? Coffee with mayonnaise and canned ham. I've manifested a cup of black coffee, added a dollop of mayo, and poured a bit of ham. The taste combination is definitely one that the body can't handle. Maybe Gonzo can. Maybe that's a reference because I haven't watched the season yet, but it sounds like complete nonsense. Today on Masterpiece Theater, a Sonichu runs 770 miles per hour from Charlottesville, Virginia at 10:55 a.m. East. At 10:55 Eastern Standard Time, westward, a Rosechu runs 655 miles per hour from San Francisco, California at 7:55 Pacific Standard Time. Straight line from either point. Which city, state, and at what time, there, do they meet? Oh, and Rosechu from California is running eastward. My bad for leaving that out. Here's an Animaniacs meme everyone can get on board for themselves. Respond to Brain. Hey, are you pondering what I'm pondering? For yourselves. Fill in the blank. I think so, Brain, but... So this is based on one of the gags in the show, where Brain will always say, Pinky, are you thinking what I'm thinking? And he'll say some total non sequitur. Me, personally, here's one I ended up making up a few nights ago. I think so, Brain, but where will the fish go after Arbor Day? I checked, and that one was never used in either series, old or present. What does that mean? What does that mean? The point of the joke, Chris, is that you can tell what Pinky was thinking from his response, and how it's unrelated to the situation. It's not just random words thrown together like fish and Arbor Day. He ended up answering his little riddle there and said, the Sonichu and Rosechu would meet in Lodgepole, Nebraska at 10:53 Mountain Standard Time. That's nice. Thank you, Chris. Epona's Uwu says, I did a little sketch of Magichan. I might do a digital version too. Think he looks very cute. Hope Mama Chris Chan approves. And then, of course, we know that he's not gonna. This sketch is cute and cool, but I feel like I need to put in my 2 bolts in constructive criticism. The addressing of his proper gender is appreciated, and I can kinda gather at the bulge. Not necessary to have the bulge drawn, but it's your choice. But between the outfit and quill style, it shifts to a feminine style, and I feel that is better directed at fan art of Magichan's gender-bent self-counterpart, Leiji Magique Sonichu. So, you have a couple of options. Retract the quill length and style to normal. Make it look more masculine, like Magichan. Or you may keep it as is, but remove the bulge, make the tail female Sonichu style with a heart-shaped end, add the eyelashes, call it a fan art of Magique Sonichu. Just my 2 bolts, and then some, but I felt it was appropriate for your situation and sketch. Thank you for sharing. Do all Rosechu's have eyelashes? Is that a thing? So this guy took a picture of his Pokemon card collection. He's got, base set unlimited Charizard and Blastoise and some Japanese cards. And then he put his little Sonichu next to it. And he says, Chris Chan, love your work, so made this card to add to my collection. Happy Thanksgiving. Chris says, I see that. It could stand to be updated for actual gameplay, but for a souvenir, it's cool. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. From your friendly neighborhood Sonichu and Rosie Rosechu, zap it up safe and well. Joseph says, Rosechu still got this, though, with a bunch of pickles. And Chris feels the need to respond. No. She had to have that removed in early 2008 day. At least she still has her womanly parts. Happy Thanksgiving, and then it's a Sonichu turkey, or Pikachu turkey, can't really tell. And Chris says, dude, that's not funny! But he's a cute little roasted turkey! What if someone drew you as dead and well cooked? Show some empathy for us animal kind. There's a reason my Beast Boy is a vegetarian. Dude's got great empathy. I can tell you that. Is Chris, are you a vegetarian? Are you? Because from what I can tell, you're not. I guarantee you he ate turkey on Thanksgiving. Chris added his voice acting to that Sonichu mod of Sonic Lost World. Nobody wants to hear your high-pitched, nonsensical, incoherent, insane ramblings of a madman. That's not true, that's what I do for a living. Chris says, and nobody wants to hear your incoherent ramblings of a hater, but here we are. For what we have is this one chance. What we have is this romance. You see, this time tomorrow will be. Do you really want to ruin this moment with nonsense hatred? Krakow. No idea what that means. Nothing else has really happened this week. No new interviews, no new videos, besides the one I already went over. And no new Q&As, meaning that this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. You can follow me on Twitter at GiBi_Devin. And I will see you here next week, although it almost certainly will not be the same day next week. It's just sometime next week, maybe the week after that. I don't know. Chris is unpredictable.